Makbe ginger honey chips. Facebook for afena mobile dia e mama kwaba. Munyina kwaba. We ask my way no. Nyame na ekum ene yedi. Na den kra na wekum ayedi. So we are discussing a serious topic here this morning. We started from was it Monday? Abna was here Abna. Today over you with the moderation. I hear good morning, Rev. Thank you very much. This is Didi. Thank you very much. When people call me Reverend like that, I feel very alienated. But alienated. Spelling here. Alienated. KNTOYS. Alienated. Hey, now when I was spelling. Yes, it's not spelling. I didn't want sending me WhatsApp and can't tell me. Yes, it's not me spelling. The actually and the dinner may spelling. And who I wouldn't say it's not spelling. No, I don't know type here, man. Alienated. Me say KNYATO. I assistant no sending me WhatsApp say Rev Mpacho spelling the assistant. They see I do for fraba. I don't know where I'm all right. Yeah, quite an immediate. Enti na me bisa abna asema ene call enti abna ba me ton command so alima bisa me asem bi na me ka say ye be na me chire mu but the sab na wo na me nchire mu enti abna ba na me chief moderator ba be a ton command so but yet na dey yesu ade kakra we've been up there. I like the way the numbers are going in term because this one we just started afresh, just 1 minute 24 seconds, and we'll do 2 hours here and then we go. Thank you so much, my dear. 1 year. Alima.
Abna sending me a request. I don't know why.
Okay. Now me here no about. There is a question now beside you. The SCC here. Now it's the question here. Question me.
You oil and gas, Nana.
Yes.
They all also be oil and gas. What it means?
Why oil and gas? Yeah. Why oil and gas? Who are who could do a candy see here? Go oil and gas like a abna oil and gas assembly now can I remember. And I don't know if I could do any bisa question. Oh, but I say over kaimi. A abna oil and gas, and I won't kaya assembly. I mean, come on, some.
I want to say, you explain what oil and gas means, Endra, you should share why you. And I never PM and I make I will say you have an explanation to do about oil and gas before.
When did I promise the explanation?
That was Tuesday. That was Tuesday morning. Yes, Tuesday.
Tuesday morning I had a show with you, yes or no?
Tuesday I chill but now.
And I make I say me explain that ben. Yesterday is gone. Another day has come. Do something new within my life. Yesterday is gone. Another day has come. Do something new in our life. Anybody do something new in our life. Leave their old things for Tuesday. Something new on Thursday. Oh, George Lutrote, something new. Alimaye, ask for something new. Alimaye, something new. Alimaye, in my love. Alimaye can't be fulfilled. Now, some dada manka and rap. Now, some papa be at tea and idea with not was so. So, who can come on panka? With the man about zombie. As I made a test and pa, me go can be. Asan papa be a matse. Oh ye, asan papa be a matse. Say yes to your door. Oh ye, ampa. Oh ye, ampa. Oh ye, Mikra, sorry, That's on you say oh yeah na nyami ye oh yeah ampa oh yeah
Tracy better no
Tracy a backing vocalist eda beti so tunum na ni sika sem na aye no pontum wie o sha ase agba gyina fifi and yes is a brain na beti ni hitibia when yet Tracy Boache oni munyo to Tracy na tunum
maybe they are the focus also
Tracy Boache poku enti de no wi opoku nam enti when po wi opoku nam enti on tunum hwanu ante ni hitibia pensem
Counselor,
yeah,
would you believe that last week me kofa Uber me request now Uber driver no me didn't call catch them say and you na who trace watching na who was can then I be request Uber that guy actually can sue me
well, Jimmy Rock. As a Tracy Boache was kind of Uber, you getting the privilege of driving Tracy Boache in your Uber. In America, do you know what cars we are using for Uber in America? The Tesla, the Chrysler. People sit in Uber in America and they make you believe they own the car. What's your Uber driver? Mediocre thinking. Oh, here drink where or your bread and Uber no funny bonnet channel why? What Missy Sika, shall we? Jimmy said Tracy Boache for Uber. What is wrong with it? What is wrong with Tracy Boache picking Uber? Myopic thinkers. But do you know the reason why a rich man would decide to pick an Uber? Shame unto him. Penny Dima like a boss and one report to no my judgment if it's not the answer. I didn't want to report to
what they something my screenshot in there in that.
Fabian reporting the engine card in finish your man 1 week. Papa and you are born in your way. Who baby can't was saying.
Oh,
well, you say Tracy, thank you for coming. Alima, thank you. Alima, ebisa question be an coming person may answer. But now you didn't come or say Tracy, when abna picture that.
Maybe I try.
When the pictures in here.
Nice. Street rough.
Oh, yeah, street today.
Me saw a street rough.
Me guys also a street. Me guys also a street. Okay. Ne kama ni mununa Alima. Ye show na Alima den ho ba. E na mka sa Alima why ade. We be account. Alima be account. Or account kakra or Stanbic. But na me catch and say Abna Sugar ewo account miensa. Or ba ko Stanbic or ba ko Barclays. And we be oil and gas. And Obisa said, then is Stanbic. And I'm saying Stanbic near Abna no for do ni si or ba ekasa. And Barclays no so ye neto so chere sika or opa bedi. And Alima ba and na Alima dear or Stanbic. But no credit say Alima ewo FNB Bank, First National Bank. And ne to me nye dear this kegu e de tenase enti. It's me chere say Abna mpo de.
Na ye be describe me.
Abna de ni ya miensa.
And because I go for question by you.
It's me catch them say me ba chere no. Ye kase oil and gas oba oil and gas na ye den. Ena wo de aba enti me chere mu. Abna no onye umbi account that was Stanbic keke. Banyame adom or Barclays. And a home for so no. Or the wura oil and gas in. We're investing in oil and gas. Eti hona Alima Ebisa say oil and gas near then. Oil and gas near Obako call plantain chips. Obako call plantain chips. Obako call plantain chips. What is that? Say kokoni air friend to say you do light or dum to you do light or doom. And oba already na e kasana oil osra oil. Hello, look gas. Oil and gas. Maybe a mama mom fat East Legon College. She got an oil and gas.
Why won't you the whole world? Who can council Papa back of it? A full package.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coffee kakra, a puto kakra, kakra. Hey, counselor.
And then me can send me them see, hey, that's more okay. Me can send money to you and pay. Na me ye bonko wo bi na me yire na nipa na wo 6 then we wo o de papa na wo 9 and I say na be mo do no wo 9 no so pel pa o and I say what can some na twi na say 6 9 I wo me mpa wonti na o be so wo bi ka wona na me mpa o is na say 9 na che say be ma no pel 6 dia mpa o me yira was 3 says I didn't say that. Why are you like this? I didn't say you don't love me. Why?
I think the way I do.
Me we when men cast why I did say them we.
Is it true? Is it true?
That's what my wife said this morning, and I've been thinking about. You know what? My wife, she doesn't speak. So when she speaks, I think deep about what she said. Because obi on kasan, or go far away from. Say bema do no who bebre.
Or you know one check.
It is here now. Atumi adwendwen say me nyim me na ye who bebre. But me so no. Abna say na tie wo ba for. Oh, what go wi ase enu ase. Abewa go enu ase. With a stomach backless and the oil and gas. Oh no. They say, "Would you suffer quintia?" The would you suffer quintia? A boy would be seen.
Counselor said, "A any more issue. Granny school fees no boy."
That would out here.
Say, and Kaibia, and Yamna Mutia, by scanning Quebec bypass their family.
Until it was a greed mentality in number so. The other man client from I've been fee committee.
See, I say, young crowd, say, Counselor.
Hey, and took Tracy Ukula Walla, Holy IGP, arrest! IGP arrest, oh, Tracy is 14, married to a grown-up man, 14 years.
Counselor, maybe 14 po.
And I'm quarrel. Hey, my imagine. So, Quano watch. Hey, Obi do watch it. Multi sentinel. Obi have to watch it. Meti watch it. Musumote.
Counselor, maybe watch here meeting now, but can't you say me? Counselor, they say after baby I'm a cow.
Watch so.
Counselor.
And you're not from one chemi. Let me you. I'll stay focused. Me couldn't so doso. I'll stay.
Counselor. They say, "Nama we and one man why you say." Maybe a swan or can't find
it. I'll stay focused. I'm here to teach how to talk or respond as a wife. Counselor, stay focused. Hey, Alima, stay focused. Stay focused.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
And Crawford at the TikTok so. What must say? No one himself at the omission. It's a camera no call honor. Omen be guasia. I don't know motion. What's the question I say?
I'm sorry, question. prophecy.
I want to stay focused.
And the prophetic spirit to that too much. And then why over good mass?
Say stay focused, stay focused.
Stay focused. Don't divest. Stay focused.
And I said I didn't start here. You have me say same basic. I want to stay focused. My wife is eating banana. My wife is eating banana. I don't know why. She's eating banana. On share. On share. On share. On share. Hey, Abra, let me stay focused. My wife is eating banana. My wife is eating banana. I don't know why she's eating banana. Somebody has picked a phone, wants to call me, but she's scared. I don't know why. Somebody wants to call me.
Why?
Yeah, somebody has picked a phone of a friend. I need to stay focused. I'm not oil and gas. So maintain your oil and gas because it is a very lucrative activity.
Business.
Yes, and it's an activity that attracts. Debbie may be said, a man me and son na koko tuntum and at the end honam da kakra wo what is say maybe yes see we chi wana when I done in home first. Why not done in home first? Thank you so much. That's a wonderful gift. I hope it's mine.
Yeah, Lady Victory.
Oh my love. This girl there, I love her power, but no more than Abna. That's the problem. Why not my boy Miss answer? Emma me and Sa air. I didn't know I do for more than no problem.
Try your luck.
Hello, yeah.
They know where it's going. Or when you're near, at the end of the day, but yeah, you need to try your luck. You never know.
So they want to become the driver's mate on behalf of the Kokono. And I would have done Musa. Now the parents in Noah. I'm not only a friend, Musa, a friend, Madame. My sister, assembling. So they go and become your spokesman. My sister, assembling. Wawali.
All money is standing Kasama.
Wawali mudiabo. Wawali mupenko for you didn't mudu. Oh sister, and you be asa. Wawali assembling. Open in them. Or in Nama for Eden. Nuclear soldier, ni wife. Or Bema Cap.
Smart. Who say to tune in a gateway to Cocono to get any fine no fan real before.
Edio. You see, I say, would your baby call Ecoma or Penny be of a Soria? They have a request now. Is it slightly used, fairly used?
Because like I said, go heavy though. Now, would you have it? What there? What the mobile service, the what there?
Or say, me call heavy. When I say I tell you, Nyankopon one shot, yen I am cool because we are thinking too much of heaven, and God gave us to live on earth. Occupy till I come. What have I done on earth? Me tell him, I catch him say, Mindi Brunida, and I'm comparing on heaven. Bruni try see mre. Who's you stay focused on?
Yeah, how to talk.
Me bacho Ali masi stay focused. Stay focused. Bruni try mre, stay focused. Now dear why victory? Hey, victory. Now say dear. What Jenny Cap? What Jenny Cap? Rich wife, how are you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. That's nice. This morning. I want to stay focused. I want to stay focused.
Stay focused, that's right.
If my wife was around me, she would tell me I should pause and come. Because when I go there, you may call back Tiapo. For someone that you walk right go. Hey, young Korean.
I will join you guys later.
Thank you, Mate. Yeah, actually, I will look for my wife. That's it. Let me show. Shall look for mommy. Shall look for mommy.
Yes.
What's the main Jawaya?
Yeah, look for.
The one here, the left one, right?
Right.
Right, okay.
What's that right? Right, and I had to say, oh, cut down her. Oh, call motive now. Call more than her. Mintia say, Bryce.
No question.
Focus.
At this point, focus on I am better.
I want to teach. Hey, I want to teach. Rich wife. So this morning, we wanted somebody to interpret a song for us, and Abna was not too much inclined because she has left it. You are the ever queen because you are ever in, ever out. So even though you are busy, I don't know what you are writing, but can you give us some time?
Yeah.
Why are you writing lotto numbers?
Lotto numbers,
You look too serious. Meaning your lotto numbers and go to mean serious. And you like a toy and pay near pen here. Now you pay West so correctly. Near my way, yata makafui. Oh, nye pay my way. Yata mato eleji. Yehowa nyeva wola. Enkwenye Yehowa. Ekonye Yehowa. Yehowa, Bubu nao, Yehowa, Bubu nao. So we wanted interpretation. But Abna has left the Ewe language in father's house. So, it's difficult. Worry, Santina, I've been a son. Mama Gamwa. It's near because what do I say as the other?
And you mean now? I said you mean
Nanka kota.
And then. Okay. Yeah, in school, eh? Yeah. That's what I see writing. Oh, no, I understand you. It's okay. Hey, counselor, stay focused. I want to continue, but the things that are coming are too much. Tess.
Focus. Tess, why the house and a pensuye?
They be an paid them in suye.
And now then I'll sue you.
And no.
Why did you cry?
Queen as I'm not crying.
Yeah.
Emma missed you because I imagined myself in the position.
And I was looking at you. And I said, are you okay?
Yeah.
Hey, Tessa.
Queen as I'm not missed you. No. That was the agenda for the cry. The mission for the cry.
Wait, Big Becca said, wait. What's what? Maso Biba come there to me console. Me, Stone Boy. Maso Biba come there to me console.
I mean, yes, Stone Boy funny. I Stone Boy as my main kid.
I wouldn't that one thing in your nether. So bolo.
Baby, maintain.
Now we are fan, Ben. We are Lewin fan.
Patrol, baby. Me for life. SM.
We are Shatter fan. Oh, sir, SM4 super hour. We a mistake. I met fresh Shatawale and pay Abremo has his year.
Actually, the victory say continue. Say focus. Say focus.
I want to move. The thing is, I'm seeing too many things. Too many things.
The music is no be no. I can explain.
Otia say.
Line by line, I'm explain actually.
Nyema we yatamaka fui.
Me nyame. Inti me I'll praise him. It's my
I'll
God.
praise me English.
I'll praise him say brofo. I before they say brofo na you translate ko yan fan coach.
No we any. Yes, see be chira dey wo film. Nyema we.
Abna me ka brofo na now they are coaching.
Send Yenyam Fofo nye pe ma we.
Mina na munyame a.
Yata madohelechi.
Enuti me kamfo no.
Yehovah never walla.
Hey. What's it?
Ish, no say that.
Don't think you're singing that part correct.
So I say sing it correct, let me hear.
Okay. Yema we yatamaka fui kofonye pe mahawu yatama kwileji yewa miahu aha yenkwaje
nyahwa kana mintie nyahwa
kola
nyahwala
na waje like our savior waje no I think vawola vawola
me too avawola o see me wrong
avawola means
Guna obi no wale igbeni wahu say wo be se anyum no wo ka so ti aigbe me a me wale igbeni wahu me di igbeni obi odi igbeni to agbefo nyuma wo be tena ho wahu say ya na mo de confusion before. Send a gift for the wrong interpretation. Send a gift right now for the wrong interpretation. Or send Momo 0277. Number no sending Momos is your mistake. Yehovah. Bubu na o chrem.
City why can ye.
O say that.
I say that don't know some na can city. Vahala o say one na Jehovah is the word.
I before you're confused. Because Delia Oba, we are confused citizen.
Yeah.
Chenyum na say. Yeah, quiet you. Yehovah. Bubu na o Yehovah. Bubu na o. And so chira yesterday.
Okay. Bubu na o ne aye in count. So Yehovah aye in count.
Anyum onim to.
Line na mean him to no say wrong. What trem?
Anyum no onim to.
Meaning to kakra.
Tuni enti kakra ni enti I topic no so.
Yema we yatamaka fui fofonye pema yata matwileji Yehovah. Oh, now say it again. Never walla enkwenye Yehovah bubu na wo Yehovah bubu na wo
Bonsema. Yeah, you good. On time pass. Sorry, but why? And then you know, maybe I do the end of the so you know I'm two and then I'm I don't know why I sing the song and I said I didn't know after the song they would distract me. I thought I lost the internet, but I am so open, I'm so open. I don't know, very open, even though I'm joking and laughing. I'm very open, very open. And it's my mind is blocked on the topic I want to teach. So forgive me. I'm laughing and doing everything, but I'm blocked. I now understand. And I know that Tracy just caught the thing and Alima caught it. And if I don't control myself, it's not good. My wife is eating banana. I don't know why. So let's go. It's not bill finance. Prophecy time is bill finance. All right. So I wanted to ask in our previous lecture, you and Alima, you were in the first lecture when they took our TikTok from us. Can you quickly share with us so that for the sake of those who are not there, so that I continue from wherever you will stop from, that we're talking about how to talk or respond as a wife. How to talk or respond as a wife. So is there anything you want to share with them, because we lost the TikTok when we're just about to hit the topic? So if you can help, because I remember I gave you the definition of what talk is. And I said that talk is in order to give information. Talking means giving information. So we talk to give information. And I said, when it comes to the word response, response is not like talk. Response is reacting. So talking is giving information. Responding means reaction or reacting to an information. So our discussion today is how to talk or respond. So how to talk or respond as a wife. It's not how to talk and respond. So my first question as I lecture today is, I asked a basic question. What do you understand, or what do you think is the difference between how to talk and respond, and how to talk or respond? And I also said, between the two, which one do you think will be ideal in a marriage situation? Talk or respond, or talk and respond? So Alima and Abna, I think you're listening to us on Facebook the last time. I will give you the opportunity under 2 minutes. Let's see if we can do a quick recap for us. So who is going first? Alima and Abna, who goes first?
Okay, so from the last class, you said you've had a lot of questions about communication.
Yeah.
And of course, we keep saying a good relationship is based on communication.
That's true.
And yes, we were looking at the communication. What does it mean?
Good.
And how is it supposed to be? So you explain what talking means, which is giving information, and also the response, that is reacting to an information. And then you explain for us to know, say, the 4 W's plus H now you use what BBM applies here too. That is, know who you are, know who you are talking to. Why are you talking? And what do you aim to achieve with what you are saying? And how to even say it, and then where to say it. All these have to be considered before you start talking or responding.
Okay. So the issue and I catch that who confuse class and some people family.
Yeah, so you gave an example about when you ask for water, you are there with your wife and your children, and then I need water. I need water. Be at the home until you are like, oh, honey, I need water. You mate. you know, you mate. Now open so now one like you didn't address me to bring you the water. And which your coffee is only by the way all this only by is only good be pim, you know, was a response to who called for Sunu, which wasn't the best. So at the end of the day, why? But at the end, you know, I mean, to what end? You know, it failed to achieve its aim as serving your loving husband water to drink. Until you can respond, but in a negative way. We also looked at the forms of communication, which is verbal and then non-verbal. Body language in the around you know, and I say, sorry, no, I started this animal. As I'm chrono me na no or action business animal we treated all that in last week. In the previous last 2 days ago. Yeah, I think I'm going to continue from oil and gas.
Thank you very much. Oil and gas now affected. Why then?
Make me a queen no man can no account.
Ediana say the way you talk is the way you get responses. What the hell you do it?
So the way your husband will talk is the way you respond to him. That's what you're saying. Okay, don't worry. Ediana will learn because what she's saying is what they were taught. But Alima was getting to the stand that I explained that every woman says that if you want me to address you as a king, make me a queen. And I remember I addressed that statement, if you remember. And I said that most of you are demanding to be queens, but no king lives with a queen. I said that too, because most of you believe that where there's a king, there's a queen. But get this straightforward. Where there's a king, there is no queen. They are two separate entities. It's not an automatic position that when you are a king, you have a queen. They are kingmakers. The kingmakers don't become queens and kings. So a queen mother is not the wife of a king. I also address that because most of you believe that if you really want, I've not made a statement, build a palace. I don't know which one, whether it's Alima who made it, that build a palace for me or something.
Yeah, it was me.
What was your statement? You said what?
Yep. Like, if you want to be treated as a king, then build me a palace.
Okay.
Because that is to say, make me a queen. Because queens live in a palace. You know, a queen lives in a palace.
Good, good. So
condition now within my bed. Then I'll give you the king treatment.
Okay, I get it. So a queen is on her own. So anytime a wife is demanding to be made a queen, it means that she wants to live an independent life like Vasti. So it's a wrong statement. Garbage in, garbage out. The way you treat me is the way I'm going to treat you back. And I remember somebody made a statement that if you want to see a man and the way he has treated the wife before, wait until they are old. Because the woman will teach a lesson when they are old. And that is not a good remedy. Comfort, thank you. You're welcome. Let me come for Comfort. Say this is the first time coming on Facebook. Comfort, share and bring your friends to come and learn. We are treating simple topic like this. Go and watch the part 1 on YouTube, Counselor Luttrell TV, when we close. And subscribe so that every time we come, you will have the alerts. Thank you very much. So a queen, make me a queen if you want me to treat you like a king. Build me a palace. Anytime a woman does such request, in response to an indisciplined attitude, the reason is because she wants to be on her own. And I don't know where we got this mentality that you want to marry and still be on your own. No wife can be on his own, not even a husband who is the one who determines the way the house is run. I am not on my own. I cannot be on my own anymore. So when you are single, you are living a very good life. Any phone call, any request that is made, it is easy for you to follow and make a decision. But immediately you are married, there are always challenges in your way. You consider children, you consider husband, most of us, the husbands, we hardly consider wives because we are not made for marriage. That's the truth. Men were not created for marriage. Men were created for work. That is why, unless a transmogrified husband who have gone through a better training at home, when you scratch the car, they hardly ask, how are you doing? They ask, how is the car? Because when man was created, he saw things. The first thing man saw was things. When woman was created, the first thing that came into her closer was a man. That is why the Bible says that for the rest of your life, your desire shall be for your husband. He shall rule over you. So a woman's final destination for the purpose of creation is marriage. And if you fail in marriage, you can be the chief executive officer of Nyabaya, Water. You have failed God. And what do we call failure in marriage? When a wife fails in marriage, it's not divorce. Divorce is not a sign of failure in marriage. Divorce is not a sign of failure in marriage. Keep the statement. Everybody listening to me, keep the statement. One day I'll come and treat it. And Abna, you are the one who keeps the note for me. Divorce is not a sign of failure in marriage. It's not. So it means somebody who has divorced, it doesn't mean the person has failed in marriage. Whoever has never attempted marriage cannot be compared to whoever has married and failed. If your marriage failed, it doesn't make you a failure in marriage. Whatever it makes you, I'll come and teach that at another time. But women were created for marriage. So the wife of the king is not a queen. So demanding to be a queen so you can give respect to the king is wrong. If you want to honor the king, and kings are not respected, mind you, a king must not be respected. A king must be honored. And every man who is married has a kingdom as a king and doesn't have queens under him. He has subjects. Because anytime you make a queen, you are creating an independent constitution or independent society, or you are creating an independent state. So I want to encourage every husband, if you really want to have a wife and not a woman, then don't create a queen. Because anytime you create a queen, you are creating an independent state. Number two, no husband can make a queen. Queens are made by kingmakers. But every husband can create a wife. And a wife is the registered slave of a husband. And if you know how to live as a registered slave, you can have a lot of attributes and enjoyment as the wife of the king. And I said that the first time this word became a common word in society, Ohinigiri, the king's wife, was when our own prominent, beautiful, gifty auntie got married. When gifty auntie got married to Nana Nsakwao the fifth, she was not the queen mother of the stool. So she has to title herself so she can be reminded of the way she behaves both on TV, out on TV, and among people now. Because now you are representing the wife of the king. The honor that goes to the king starts from you, the wife. So she gave herself a title that I heard it for the first time, Ohinigiri Gifty Auntie. Then when Messiah Siedu became the wife of the king, Messiah Siedu started Ohinigiri Messiah Siedu. So now they've given themselves a title with an explanation, but they are not queens. They are not queens. Because when you get a queen, then you are creating an independent state. So when women are refusing to become wives and submitting to their husbands, and they make a demand like, if you want me to treat you like a king, then make me a queen. That statement is null and void. It's a demonic attack on marriage. It is a statement of, it's not a statement of fact, but it is a statement of disgrace, confusion, and dissolution. Sorry for the big English. But all I'm saying is that it is not factual. It is an improper way of living as a wife. So I said that in my preamble, that you call for a wife, Muma Minsuo, you are sitting on a dining table, your wife is in the kitchen, your children are around. You could have 9, 12, 20 years, 19, 18, 17 like me, and your mother is in the kitchen, and all of a sudden you hear your husband saying, Mami so, Mami so, Muma Minsuo, Muma Minsuo, Muma Minsuo. Then nobody's responding. Then the man said, honey, please, can I have water? Then she comes and says, Matimeba, I've heard you, I'm coming. Then she walks to the place and comes to give you the water. She brings the water and brings it up on the table. And you now pensu abomidin because ye ma unsu ana wan asem na woka. Somebody would think that the lady is right, but it's only a stupid wife that will come and react like this. That your husband should mention your name before you act. And I'll share with most of you that there's this young small girl around me. She's small because I'm older than her. When you call her madam, she says, why do you call me madam? Don't call me madam. I don't like that word. I don't know what madam has done to her. I don't want her to call me madam. And she can get angry. Will not be talking to you for more than 1 week because you call her madam. And she doesn't care who you are calling, whoever you are. When you call her madam, no, she will switch off. You see, there's an entrenched position where you take. Think well, because if everybody will take an entrenched position, you will suffer. You will suffer. You will suffer. So these things usually, they are petty things that we do in communication, and we assume the position and behave as if we are right. But I came to tell you that you are wrong. So I said that one to, and these things are in the past questions. What happened on Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? I think Tuesday or Wednesday. We were blocked one day. So Tuesday, what we did only Facebook, and without, what do you call it? Without TikTok. So I think I addressed that. If Abnai Alima was there, if I've left anything, then you missed it. You go to YouTube. When you go to YouTube, look for Councillor Lutua TV, and you will find the full tape there. And I'm continuing on part 2. So those of you who have come today, we are discussing how to talk or respond as a wife. And I was asking a simple question. Rich wife is here, Abnai is here, the rest are busy. We'll get them back. And we have only 2 hours. So we have just about some 1 hour, 15 minutes to do. I'm asking a simple question. The question is there any difference with how to talk or respond and how to talk and respond? Is there a difference in it? And if there are difference between these two, at which stage do you believe that they should be operated in? Should marriages run on talk or respond, or talk and respond? Quickly, whoever can answer. Rachel, you have not been here for some time, so if you are free, I can take your thoughts on this one. Okay, Rich wife is busy. All right, Alima, I think the last I didn't ask. Let me ask you here on TikTok. Looking at, is there any difference to you? Is there any difference in talk or respond, or talk and respond? I'm not the same question to you. Anybody can answer first.
Yeah, we concluded that day that they are different, and the best one is to talk or respond in a marriage, and not talk and respond. So you gave the example of you visiting the palace. So when we are talking about marriage like this, the husband is always seen as the king in the marriage, the head. And as you went to the palace, the protocols you went through to even be allowed to talk. And then when the chief even talks, the king talks, for you to even talk back, you have to be allowed to talk, and then you don't have to address him directly. You have to address him through the linguist. You know, so talk when you are supposed to talk, when you have been invited to talk, passing all the protocols, and also to respond the right way when you have been allowed to respond, and not just talk and also respond however you want it. So we concluded that day that it is better to talk or respond.
Oh, let me hear from Abna. Abna.
That respond.
Okay, I get it. Abna, what's your own? What are the difference between the two for you?
The same thing.
Abna, I'll take your mistake.
Abna, me no spokesperson. Serious.
Okay, I think it's sometimes when we say respond can be verbal, it can be written, or it can be non-verbal. And in marriages, it is better to talk or to respond. Yes, because when you are saying the response now, it can be something that by speaking. You can respond by writing. You can even respond through official expressions. It's, you know, the best thing in marriage is to talk or to respond. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So that is it.
Okay, so Rich White, so you say that is it. That's your point. Is that right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you have, there's a difference between talk or respond and talk and respond.
It's better to talk or respond.
Okay, so explaining it further, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, my understanding when it comes to respond, as I said, respond can be verbal, and it can also be non-verbal. It can even be written.
Okay.
So as a wife, in marriage, say our rebel they are not said any other way the album may be, but you need to respond, and now you have to talk.
Okay.
When he has to respond, the best way to respond, it depends on you. It has to be done well. And when you have to as a wife, you know when to talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I get it. So for you, you agree with me that it means that it's better for you to learn how to talk or respond. So talking and responding is setting questions and answering yourself. Is that right? Hello. Then let me continue talking. I'm not fine. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So what we are learning this morning is it's better for you to come up here and come to learn how to talk or respond. And the definition is that talking is dissemination of information. Responding is reacting to an information. So in marriage, the wife and the husband are not the same. Let that thing be established. With no research and with no education, there is no good book beyond the books we are reading that can convince me, as I have struggled in this ministry of learning and reading all the books. There are some books that for me, I will not recommend any shallow-minded person to read. Because like me, when I'm teaching, if you come here with a very, I don't want to use the word low, but you come here with a certain type of mind to listen to me, you will either be offended, you'll be discouraged, or you become weak and think that I am an antichrist or I'm not normal or something. But if you come here with a teachable spirit and you are here to learn and add to what you know and to delete some of the things that you have now come to learn that they are not important, you become sweet. I am a very good, friendly person. However, I am also very strict with whatever I want to teach because I read wide. Everybody cannot read like the way I read. A lot of us believe that when we say we are reading wide, it's sticking to a book with a title, Rich Man, Poor Dad, Rich Father, Poor Dad. Stay on the book and read. No, I read everything. So I'm saying that communication is where there is a sender and there is a receiver. In marriage, when you talk about definition of communication, communication is written, verbal, non-verbal. The main form of communication is written, is by written, they write, verbal, speaking, gestures, non-verbal. So basic definition of types of communication is in three forms: written, verbal, non-verbal. All these three can be expanded in so many ways. But I said in the marriage game, where the husband, wife, and families or children are needed, all these three are employed to make sure that communication is assumed. And within the communication bracket, where we keep saying that communication in marriage, proper communication in marriage, constant communication in marriage. Thank you very much. How are you doing? It means that the three things are needed. I hear a lot of people saying that if husband and wife don't talk, the marriage will not go on. I beg to differ. What do you call husband and wife talking? I hear women who say that myself and my husband, we have never been able to have a conversation that has passed 30 minutes without having a fight. Why? Have you asked yourself why you can't have a communication with your husband 30 minutes without a fight? Have you asked why anytime you are speaking with your husband, there is a level of anger behind your voice? Have you asked yourself why you are still in the marriage, but you don't wish him well? And mind you, if you are speaking or you are talking, disseminating information, and the source is coming from a dead well, it smell, it stinks. Between husband and wife, let me ask this platform. Between the husband and the wife, who speaks more in the marriage? Abna, starting from you.
Wife.
Why do you think wife speaks more? Is it because they are women or?
Because you always have something to say.
You have something always to say. Thank you. I like that. That's your point. Who is next? Alima. Sorry, me, I don't know. I don't know who must speak when. Sorry. I don't want to bring confusion. Let's go. Quick one.
Rich wife. Rich wife.
Okay.
Wives.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah, because as you said, we always have something to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what kind of marriage it is here.
Okay, explain to us. What kind of marriage are you talking about? We are talking about the marriage where a husband and a wife, that's all. Whether it's Mohammedan marriage, customary marriage, civil marriage, we are talking about husband and wife. Between the husband and wife, who speaks more?
But every marriage is not the same. So the system that is being run in the house will tell who speaks more than who, unless you are saying general.
Unfortunately for us, there's a preamble I always give. What is wrong, even if everybody is doing it. What is right, even if nobody has attempted doing it. So in the ideal situation, we are talking about a husband and a wife, regardless of what is going on in their home. I understand where you're coming from. That situation can emanate where a party that must not be talking is talking. That is an error. So then you have the answer for me. Between a husband and wife, who do you think talk more in a marriage setting?
It's always the wife. Because they are women. Women are talkatives.
Your friends are listening. Women are talkatives. Abna, who is next?
Tracy.
Alima just spoke my mind. But women are talkatives. We always want to express ourselves. There be a person, your opinion matter. There be a pekasa.
So the women talk more. So you are telling us that we should be ready to be living with talkatives like Tess. So women are not creatives, they are talkatives. Okay, who is next?
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning,
okay. Good morning. I think the men have to be the talkative here because they want to always decide for the family.
We are listening.
Because you always say the man is always the head of the family. So I think the man likes talking than the woman.
So for you, no, you have say awadi emu no say be ma kasa do. Say Debbie or say yeah, tana say. Jina ho kofabra.
Because maybe Debbie has a issue to complain or just like I'm always advising you, are always on the wrong path. So I have to correct you. Don't do this. You know what you are going to do is correct too, but I don't know how I'm going to use the word cry. How he is going to comment about the issue. To say only discuss on person in school. 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 Then it's not another into sometimes me take a decision be me go try look me na fa na maka say mama ye din na me de hye me hudi enti ebi wo ha me ma no pekasa papa me say me side dia.
Okay. There's a whole side no. You want to say okasa swa. Na okasa na eswa okasa na eswa na nkyere say unya nkwan a won kasa. But you said ye ma hu kwan ma won kasa nti what you adu bi sa na akere no.
What na me kasa so nti I say me ja kasa na man. Oh yeah, say me nim so me kasa me kasa me ka na ma ye di na me hwe no sa o kan ya or atiria na wa sole.
Nti ya okasa sa wo hwe no.
Me who say
na de ya omobo wa hu. Say waji wa adwuma aye.
Minimum man depression chi about Amazon is depression be chi the uncle. No ni go no me side dey me who say in be man bi wo ho mo kasa kra thing man.
Okay. But yes. So we have divergent view, and the definition here is that when a kasa bebre, yes, according to Queen Hono, a nikuni man who come and bikura before because Jack number money kasa until lose the nikunu depression. So I don't know. But what's the difference between nagging and talking? Obimboye. Yes, sir. I'm fine. Yes, please. Yes. I'm around, just in my place doing something small. You need me? Sorry. Which one? The Bob. It was a Bob, and they said they are coming back to sort it. The second one. Why is there a problem with the old one? Come again. Yes. What they were supposed to come and do some alignments when they fix the Bob.
Please mute yourself.
I can't. That's the issue. I'll check on them and get back to you. Oh. Yes. And upon a banner say, and there, theater the phone doors, is he training in go. I agree with this lady. Some of the men can talk. So I was asking that, is there a difference between nagging? Once I told you about their queen, canon. I think it goes beyond talking. Is it nagging? Do men nag? Yes, I want to ask you. I'm not helping. Do men nag?
Nag. Be more nagging. It means be more nagging though.
Or be more nag or simba 1,000.
Me be that. Me she be that.
1,000 space.
About a member nagging.
The father, the question, I know you free. It's just by won't take the all kind of secret.
Sir. Because who said the word nagging? Nagging is defined as a constant harassing somebody to do something, and then nagging. But I'm just thinking, sir, if your husband is giving an instruction, how does it become nagging? Because if truly the definition of nagging is anything to write home about, then constantly, then you say men are nagging. How do we nag? Is there some which is a queen, as a more king? It's not about talking too much. It's not about talking more, but it's tending to be nagging, because the definition of nagging happens to be a person who constantly harassing you to do something. And the word is harass. So, do men nag? Well, Anita say yes. They nag, eh? Hey, I'm surprised. So, when a man is nagging, how does he look? If you're a man nagging, a nagging man.
Someone who is persistent in doing something, like complaints, they be or so this thing you have to do it. Why you wait? And if it becomes persistent, like they be not meaning you are nagging. Obi will hawk because or try to correct too or be a we I didn't know and they were come once. Ochina. Maybe I will move it, maybe say, hey, we are repeating what you did. Oh, Chairman, I won't repeat you. No, as I a boss, because initially I catch on it, I started with 50. Maybe I bet to be always had a maybe I did that. But the facts are the bet to one, and then he wants to repeat whatever he told you. And I'm a catch your side, we may find to have the and I did the so now we are got the back to baby. So I say it to be nagging. Because one complaint, you persistently, they be out come herself. Men do nag.
I'm learning. So what we say once, you shouldn't repeat again, right? We call nagging.
Yeah, you shouldn't. What we say? And I make her say, baby, that baby. Me father to be a mirror fee and a chat to. What can I make? Ochina def my father na say beto does not mean say major. For you know me nya wie na me di yo, but me wie am the back to, but when you say me makofa na, then you want to say it again because ndra waka. It's a mess so beka. You see, that is what I say. Omo na gi o counselor. Remember na gi pop. If the same thing happened this morning.
Sure them can do. What's the conclusion part? Marty, any other person? What is left?
Alima, over time be now.
Well, nagging men, Nana.
I
mean, some men they nag. Or there might be one of my maybe who more of bar in them than a woman, like than a man in them. You know, I say the same way now I am a man and I as well. Some men are like that. Yeah, some men petty. I say you know, but we should also look at say among for mental health is not in the right state.
Are you saying that when a man starts nagging, he has a mental problem?
Not necessarily, but what I'm saying is that people's psychological well-being, fun is serious. In German for with issues beyond what they are exhibiting. Symptoms. The main problems are there. That either they don't have knowledge of it, and as I said, fun is serious.
So a nagging husband, you think has a mental problem?
And they're normal.
But a nagging wife is normal because women are created to nag.
But because women are talkatives and women, pick on every little thing, tiny things, you're normalizing them.
Okay.
But the bear matter is I don't grab not just say.
Somebody says, can your boss nag? Well, nagging in the office, that one is a different topic. We are talking about husband and wife. Because our topic is that talk or respond. And I'm getting a lot of new knowledge from new world from women who are talking here. That's good. I mean, who is next? Nagging. One level. Tracy. Okay.
Counselor, some men know they were almost nagging. Me cry no. I quite remember say and my sister husband and me name say be maybe to me kasasa na wa kasada utie asemuno na wa break like you feel like anybody to me because me my husband or come back on us 1 year the next thing no or no be taking the action. But where there or back and all kind of so crana and ye be any pan back open or can't do like or besa and do you know what my wife has done? Once why you say like a bit dear who cry chamber nagging a bit dear who chamber cry.
It did not just say a nagging husband. A nagging husband is it also difficult to live with a nagging husband?
Counselor. From there now, me who said the husband to Sano. The only thing I said was, "Any Mrs. Tay woo." Because na me who said, "Bema beat me kasasa," because wa kasasa and obe explainia obe we no better ko kan chi obi foforo say na na iraye like one day me husband visited Omo one Sunday be and ye did come about January year this was the last time we sister yeah like my husband too was there. Well, Casasa said, my husband say, me patch oh, okay. No, a sako jaya quine or Casasa, you could not can who crowd almost 30 minutes. Then so Casasa, Obian kept on because of the complaints and yes, like my husband say, almost me dama at the edge. Like back, Obi Kuba could like
Oh, say, which is a fact. Until men come to women already prepared. It is Obana Yobo Pekasa, any news. But women go to men, yes, also with the fact to say, Mema Pekasa, and I say, Mema and Kasabibre. And if you end up being around one that talks like that, it's abnormal.
Okay.
And the best stressful because you are not prepared for that.
Okay.
Unless say be a that now after all that you decided to be with the person and know say okay this is it.
Okay.
Otherwise, and you're expected into February.
Okay. All right. So then let me continue with my lecture now. So I'm saying with all these things I'm asking, I'm building a particular book, and the book is that talk or response. And we've come to disagree that it's better for you to learn as a wife, talk or respond, not talk and respond. So what is talking or responding? Talking or responding, remember, talk is giving an information. Responding is how you react to the information that has been given. Young CEO, Mute yourself. Thank you. Now, when you are talking, know who you are addressing. And when it comes to a wife, the first person you have to give your address to is your husband. In your capacity as a wife, the first person you need to address in your life is your husband. And so, who is your husband? My question is, if you are married, for example, to a pastor, is your husband a pastor forever? Is he a pastor in the house? Is he a pastor at work? Is he a pastor? Is he a pastor just in church? Or when he gets home, he's a husband and no more a pastor? So that when you are addressing him, you look at him like a husband and not a pastor. Your husband is the president of the Republic of Ghana. So when you are a wife and a first lady of the nation, in the house, are you a first lady? Or once you get to the house and you are not in the public domain, between you and your husband, there's nothing called first lady and president. He is now your husband, and you are now the first lady, you are now the wife. So the protocols that have been created in that dispensation of where there is a husband and where there is a president and there's a first lady, when you are addressing me at home, are you supposed to lose that particular regalia so you can be able to address me? Because it comes to a times that you can hear your wife telling you, you have a church meeting and the biggest person that is opposing what you are saying is your wife, but she's opposing not as a wife. And so before she start talking, well, I understand all of you know my position. My position is that I am the first lady of this church. My husband is the general overseer of this church. But whatever my husband is saying, I beg to say that even if it will affect my marriage, I know this is not marriage. What he's saying, it is not right. And we should not agree. I mean, I'm talking about a wife who is the first lady of the church. And the husband is speaking. And at the church meeting, she's the first to oppose what the husband is saying. And she comes to in the way of getting an information across, set the questions and answer that in my capacity, you all know that I'm the wife of Reverend Lutrot. In my capacity here, I am the first lady of the church and a member of the board of trustees. And this is a board decision we are taking. I want to say that what my husband is saying or what Reverend Lutrot is saying in this capacity, as whatever you see me as a wife, I don't agree. I oppose. And I don't think he should be thinking like that. He should give us the way to also make X, Y, Z. My question is, at what stage, when you are talking, and when you are talking, at what stage should you see that same man who wears 4 different caps? Should you be the first supporter of your husband, even as in a meeting that doesn't bring him out as a husband? Because if you are talking, I said, addressing who you are addressing, address the person in his capacity, not as an age mate. But at what stage do you remove him from a counselor, from a doctor, from a leader, and address him raw? Because most of our problems are tongue problems. Majority of wives, the divorce most people have gone through today, that have not made them a bad wife, but have made them regretful, is a tongue problem. Because your tongue, your body gesture, and your actions leads to your communication. And there are times that the way you talk or respond is what has landed you in this folly state. Abna will teach you. Somebody want to request it. Abna will teach you how to do it. So listen to this. I am the board of director, and you have been made a secretary. Your duty is this one. I say this here every day, that my wife works for me. She's the senior administrator for the company. Whenever there's a program she's supposed to report, she can never use the children as an excuse for not coming to the program at the right time. Because I am not a man who doesn't have common sense. I am a husband who has made provision. That is not provision so that she can come for a meeting, but I made a provision to the extent that it will not drag her feet. So she cannot use the action of the children's school, children's meal, children's XYZ as the reason why she's not punctual. So I am going out with you. I am working with you by your side chick. And over the weekend, we left Accra. We spent Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Kumasi. And we landed in Accra, 12:25 midnight. And you were dropped in your house. Abna understands. As for Lima, she's lost. We arrive Monday morning, we have a meeting. And the meeting must happen 8:30. I get to the office. And you are not here.
Hey, I'll be the first to report.
Sure.
Okay.
After a good weekend. Hey.
Yes. But you're going to have an excuse. You come late and I talk and say, yeah, who can some name some into us here crying? You two quite none they see my bro, my bread, 50 Thursday. Say we see me swear near menya kwan resting and me by and so Abna, why are you the first to report? Tell me why you think you should be the first to report.
Because pleasure, it's time for business. Intimate cheating and as such. And now, I'm a chance and then a champion, you know, maybe the money by Diago. No. And then go, yeah, counselor, any idea. Tracy, one can over late and have a content.
Abna usikaya on church.
We'll call late and have a content.
Me quantum because me cry relationship no cry person about for me.
That's so.
I did to that was a me delay. Who say there's something going on in my late. It's a relationship.
Obi is a relationship. No, Aboni don't come here. Man from a man who say, I don't know, boss. Now also this year.
Maybe some relationship for the day. Maybe yeah, you. I did to know what's a relationship for those who be who say, Bibi Koso. Like,
what they could say. Onuna of all of you here, no, Onuna boss now. You respect me, boss side chick.
Me cry na me mpese boss no cry no boss no cry the edibeshia cry that me say ko ka chi obi say oh na bi aden dey coded
yeah I actually counselor how to mute himself so yana calls now.
Okay, we come in you. Queen, one can have call the time and have call late. Queen, rich wife.
Oh, that content.
Good.
Yeah.
I didn't have a content.
Say I Tracy Kai, I didn't like our own best will be a baby. It's a day to be delay. And I don't know why. Why you be side chick or officer or so am I saying name? Lie a day. I wear side chick. And side nigga. Oh, I saw one else who said, oh, let's me walk. No. It doesn't really make sense to me.
So, but you see the way you're saying it, nicely. Eh? Unfortunately, they will come and fight you. They are not being fair. The reason why you're not being fair is that you are the reason why I am not here.
How?
You went out with me, and at times you treat me as if I don't matter. So in their talking to you, they have lost the connection of your position. They have lost who you are. They have lost who they are dealing with. And that common statement said, "Who the camember diagra or tafruano? Many working plan and ya grow a serious business."
Yeah.
You cannot see unto me whom me bear Emma won't disrespect me. The fact that I am pants down with you doesn't give you the right to disrespect me. So you have women who will tell you that yes, when you're the open, time I only mean that done it. Now me call your first call on your phone. Now me in that call waiting. But if it da me man who can me da see idea. Me between that call waiting, say and be say oh he. If you ask me the same at here. Meaning passes say na be man can man prince mama wale. So we jump because we don't know who we are addressing. That's what I'm asking. That in the first place, if I am a president of the Republic of Ghana and you are the wife of the president, when you are addressing me, should you lose the fact that I am a husband and not a president? So you challenge my authority. So my side chick comes back to work and I tell the human resource director, give her a query. And it becomes a third world war. The next time I say next week, next month, you know, what we went to have in Kumasi, we're repeating it in Akosomo. I don't want to go and come back and end up writing a request, answering a query. Whilst you are there to defend me, I am the last person you want to defend. I'm always alone. Nobody defends me. And between the two of us, we are aware that we're not here together. No respect. So I'm saying, talking, the person, shouldn't you consider who you are dealing with? Sister, there are 486 girls in this company. What at all is you? Is it the oil and gas or the stomach or the standard? What has given you the opportunity? And unfortunately for you, forgotten that you are not the first to be what I am doing with you today. This company is 28 years, and within the 28 years of the time, there have been more than 28 girls who have passed where you are passing. So what is your beef? So you see, our position at times as a wife eats into our mind, but we don't know who a wife is. And like I said, a queen doesn't serve a king. The people who serve the king are the subjects under the king, because the queen gives service. The queen doesn't give service, but the queen has an independent state. So my wife is not my queen. She has not been enthroned as a queen. But she does things that there's no other title that I can give to her than to call her Your Highness. So she's not a queen, but my queen. And it is not a demand from her as a wife, make me a queen if you want me to respect you as a king. So you can have a wife talking to a pastor and say, Yamfa wasofu die nuntu nchen. Ma yen kasa se kunu ne yere. And immediately you have the ability to separate my pastoral title, separate my boss title, separate my chief executive title, my board of director, or separate me from being a president and want to see me as a husband. Immediately you separate me, your talk becomes foolish. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. Because if you don't know who you are addressing, most of you here might be very, very disrespectful. I am not your husband. I am not your father. But you have a way to address me regardless of my age and your age, because of the title and the position I'm holding. So if my wife will come and disrespect me on this page, and I leave her because she's a wife, what have I done to the page?
Serious,
what did you
serious.
Because the first student of the teacher is the wife. Somebody asked me, is it Alima or somebody who asked me, That did I teach my wife the things I say she does? No. She came with some, and she has learned more. She blows my mind. And I am proud. Look, I am not the best husband in the world, but I don't know the best husband yet. May I repeat myself? Me, George Luchot. I am not the best husband in the world, but I don't know the best husband in the world. I'm telling you. But I believe that you will not marry me and lose the basic necessities of a wife from me. I might fail in the conventions. I might fail in the regalias, the additions. But my core duty as a husband to a wife, I will fulfill it. I might not be cheating now because the money has not come. Because it's part of husbandship to cheat. Buying you ticket to go to Dubai is not part of the plan in marriage. But buying yourself tickets to travel could be part of your plans in a marriage. However, because you are no more single, it is obvious that I could stamp, agree or disagree. So when it comes to talk or respond, know who you are addressing. Very important. That's where I am now. Know who am I addressing. Don't get to a point that you can separate my profession, who I've become, from, because people address you by what I have become. Or hiniyiri abuna sugar. Or hiniyiri. So Bible, that most of you will not believe, but I believe, says that King Ahasuerus married a beautiful woman called Vashti. And at the banquet, where they were happy singing, the king sent his subjects, go and call me my wife. When they went to the wife sent a message to the king. King, your wife says we should tell you that she's also addressing the queens, the women you have put in charge of her. So she will only come when she's done with the people she's dealing with in the gathering. The gathering is not for you. It is my gathering. But people are giving you respect because you are Mrs. Lutot. I am the one protecting you. Your father handed you over to me on the altar because he knows I can, even though he knows I will fail. Or he failed your mother. But here is the case that Vashti refused. And because it was not a refusal.
Why should alcohol be be a priority? And I mean, who said we'll be around about it? Alcohol. I don't think so. Woo!
Sorry. The most important thing is that what you have to learn is what we are learning. That no matter how stupid your husband has become, where he's sitting, even when you are angry, because of where your husband is sitting at the moment, they have sent someone to come and tell you, look, your respect is commanded when you leave the girls and go and listen to your husband. Immediately you leave what you are doing and rush to go and address my Lord, I'm here. And you are kowtowing to him because where he is not a friendly place. And that was why Alima was telling you my experience in the palace of the Gamanche. I went, he's my paddy. When he's in trouser and shirt, there are things we say. But when I was given the honor to meet him whilst he's sitting and addressing his subjects, when I got there, I put aside what I know with him. We've been talking, me and him, like the way I talk with Abna. But when I entered, I was greeting them. There are 7 people sitting down. Me, my mind was that once I entered into his palace and he was sitting in his chair, I was stripped of my spectacle, my brand, everything left me. I only entered with my title, Reverend Dr. Counselor Luther. That was leading me. But the man in the stool from the entrance, I was told that you can't enter this room with your cap, your mantle cannot go. The only people that can enter around this place are police officers. Even they, it is removed when they get to the king, but yours cannot go, even with your spectacles. Even if it's lens glasses, they say yes. See, wow, wow, wow. I entered. When I was about to greet, they say you cannot go and greet until they lead you to greet. So they led me to shake hands. And I held one hand to the other hand. And I kept shaking hands. I never shook the hand of the king. When I finished shaking hands, I was not allowed. I stopped there because the one shaking the hands and leading me led me to who I can shake. So whoever, he never allowed me to shake. I didn't shake. Is somebody understanding my protocol? If I was the one shaking their hands, I could have shook everybody's hand. But they led me to shake the 6 people. After the 6th person, they asked me to stand, and I was standing. Then they gave me a welcome. After the welcome, then I was given a seat. Protocol. He is my friend. But at that time, there is protocol going on. And when he welcomed me and was speaking, I was hearing what he was saying. But he said, Ochami, Ani, Eya, Reverend Dr. No, Ake, my God. I was hearing what the man was saying. But he still insisted that the language should tell me what he is saying. That's a waste of time. Should I watch? That's a waste of time. So I was speaking, I thought I was addressing him direct. But then I came back to my senses. No, you cannot address that man. He is no more that friend you are meeting. Where he's sitting, he has to talk to somebody. Then me too, I started. Let it reach the king that. So I stopped addressing him direct. I addressed him through. And I learned something more at that Friday afternoon. Just my 12 minutes that I spent with the king. I learned something. Familiarity, eh? That a lady, your wife can look at you and say, hey, I don't know your counselor. No. Ube fear, what be fear? Bema, that's our counselor. Who sure man is who to nama wanyame? A wife is telling you the husband. Maybe she's right. My house is not a house of counseling. But if you remind me that I should not ever think of seeing, because in the law of our counseling fraternity, if I am interested in Abna, if I'm interested in Alima, one of the things that should never happen is that I should not have any of them as my client. I cannot marry a client. It's a protocol. It's a standard. So if you pass through my office, it will be difficult for me to have a relationship with you. So adia be a medibi and to me faho. It can happen.
See, when you got to the palace, you were led and you were taught how to behave in that palace.
Thank you.
That is where our problem is right now.
Okay.
Who leads and teaches people how to be married or
Thank
how
you.
to be in a relationship?
Brilliant question.
Who does that?
Hear me. You've asked a very brilliant question. Even though I didn't know all these things will happen there, I had the mentality that I'm going to the king. So me too. When I got there, one of the things that I had in my mind was the Ghana language says "Mingpa Fai." Those who understand Ghana, Mingpa Fai. It means that in the presence of an elderly person, Opa Fai. Is that what understanding me? Mingpa Fai. So this is Fai. Once you get to the presence of the elderly, in that standard, whether somebody was stopping me or not, makpa fight, mean pabo fight. This thing means I'm taking off my cap. I'm laying down whatever I am. So it was in my head. So I was teachable. So when you become a wife, you should be teachable. Nobody knows marriage until you are married. And you cannot practice marriage until you enter into the marriage. So your question's answer is that once you enter, there are protocols that is laid down that you know this is what makes you a wife. And when you become a wife, these are the basic requisite nature of the creator of marriage. You don't need a teacher.
We need teachers.
You're not getting it. You're not getting it.
The education should be how to be, because there was information there about when you are in front of the elder to which it might have just passed through your ears or what in the baby. But what is that?
But Alima, you see, who do penny for any man to which what? And to do penny for any man, I see a cow said to each other.
No. What said that they would do what we do?
And I make us say, baby, I walk on, and you know, the car walk or be a cohopping. A back of some baby, I walk on. Who yen the odika or wale, and Chawale Shani Yabatoye. It would mean can't tell me say one day that say for Boni and Nidia Mayakunu. What we Cassantre? And your power feed Driamum post Sabio. One to my mere no pants and when one dear that cry. Wouldn't himself what if for your bear money or bar, not bear medi or basso. I am one is saying I'm being. And I do pen swan dear. We say what dear? We are AI wife. It would the only Kunkasa who send an email. Have you checked your mail? Was he no? Why don't you check your mails? Was he, oh, well, I've been busy in the office. Well, I'll send you an email that needs a response before Thursday. I hear. Well, check your mail now. They won't mail me yet, Papa. Well, this is my stand for this year's birthday party. I see you celebrating my birthday for me every year. And I must say that it's become normal. But I want to bring to your notice that I've considered a lot of issues. That the fact that you celebrate my birthday for me, I don't see what I bargained for in this marriage. So I want to bring to your notice that in this year's birthday, I want to lie low. So don't do anything because I might not respond the way I pretend responding every year for you. Your wife sent you such an email.
What a shit, bullshit.
Am I careful? Your wife has sent you an email, and you are reminded to go and read the email. And the content of the email is what I read for you. Your wife is apparently warning you that your regular celebration of her birthday that she pretend to be enjoying is not what she bargained for. So this year, don't do anything for me. Because if you do, I will surprise you by not attending. People, do you think this woman, is she not right? Is it not good for her to come forward and say it early? And Abna, is it not right? Is she not being fair?
Hello, counselor.
Yeah.
What you said, I think they should even be giving us a little bit guidelines about marriage before even getting there. Because when you get there, it's as if you are in an entirely different world. So at least guiding us, if there are some elderly that is guiding us, like giving us a little bit guidance, we will not be surprised and shocked when some things are happening and we will know what to do next. But they don't even give us any idea of it. When you get there, that's the reason why a lot doesn't find it easy when they get to marriage. When they get there, they can't handle the pressure and everything in it. So I would love you to be talking about it. Maybe they will be guiding the next one coming a little bit before getting into marriage. We need that guidance.
Yeah, but you see, we shouldn't always sit down to be spoon-fed. Why are we so worried? You need to start looking into what it means to be married. One person starts in a question, if that is exactly what you want to do. Yes, I've decided to get married, and I have decided to have a happy home and a good marriage. You have to learn yourself. Me and Lisa, I said, who teaches what? You know, I also went to a palace. The overlord of Nanum, the Bimbila king, were my classmates. And then we were visiting him as the university association, alumni association, the big guys were visiting him. And I was leading because I communicated and we went there. Until John, you go to palace walk. Enough, I'm an ordinary. But honestly speaking, I had no idea how to behave in the palace. Until you go to walk, the formal things were there. Now, I was just following suit until he and then he took me to his chamber inside. After and all this, I had no idea these things happen. Because wedding in I'm called the palace for that. Until your casa phone Sonia did, it was normal. Normal. And I got there, I didn't know how to behave. Me, yeah, mistakes I know. You know, but because of me and you know, after later he sat me down and then took me through. This is what you do. This is what you do. This is how you do. So then I'm like, oh, some offended, yeah. I mean, no, sure, no. So the next time I am learning how to be in that space. And yes, I invited some tutorials, but they didn't do. And won't mean fair no sooner excuse. I say, I believe the information is out there. So here, what should I be? But Miss, I keep saying, I see an issue. I do that is the problem. And yeah, Warrior Kasan. What are you going to do for? Yes, dear.
Me, I think and yet the same thing. Being in a palace and being in a marriage is not the same thing. At least
no, but we are talking about what Counselor is saying.
That's the example you gave, but it's not the same thing.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Palace no a different guidelines. Marriage, you know,
that's true.
Normal guidelines and that is not done that way.
But that is how we do things. We want to learn on the job, and I said, fair enough.
No, it's not like that. Me just say a year. One mama worry no. You know, when I noticed in this society that we are, the community we are, they don't tell you anything. They will not share, even with, they are even younger ones. They are like, so because of some things I call wrong or right. But like, elders will share ideas. Say ni besi, ubenyan to wasie. Say ni besi, ubeye say ebeye Anka, I think say intokwa de beba bibia beba eba like nipa be hunse na obetumi a control no ho ahye no so that's what I'm saying.
But if you want to know, you know. You are not here by choice. Nobody forced you to come and join this chat. You are here because you want to learn something. Don't worry. They say it. I remember the old women dragged me on the side and they were telling me so many things. Now I read here. You know, they were telling me all these things. But honestly, when they were telling me, I was laughing in my head. I was laughing in my head because I was like, I know him, that's why I brought him. Abraham told me, you know, I was let me count some of catch me in but I saw every single thing they said. And from a maybe what I tell that person is listen to the old people who will come and advise you. I tell everybody I'm in so papa worry say when they come to that place and talk to you, listen to them. Write everything they are saying and go and keep it under your pillow. You will need it. What I'm saying is, if you want to know, you will know. People come to my appliance shop and buy an appliance. Although I know a 2 man are not watching it. No, I'm mad, so no, the coffee. After what to what done, I do not know a throw. Obi my TV so fit takra de bremi. I didn't hear what died at TV ness so sorry, you're not do. Stand by in a what TV, or name me be contoquasi TV in your papa. What I'm saying is that when you see what you be so worrying, start learning how to be a wife, and I say how to make a home. The information is everywhere. It is everywhere. At least when you tutorials, and then you go in because people are not the same. No, nipa na ukoshiano no. Na fe what's the design nipa no? Eddie, building will carry coloma only nipa na ba betna. But the basics should be there.
All right.
Ebinuma busy. Na what a man can do. There are also people like counselor who are also telling us our place and to look for the right information.
All right. Thank you. So Amma, where's Amma? Amma, you wanted to say something? Amma Siki. Would they be a mefro be a no busy? They be a mefra be a busy. Let me trust you. Yeah, Rich.
Yeah, let me say, Auntie's Alima to kind is right, but when say information, no, I think say, you know, me better me kind latter part of way no kind. Information see they be brave, but as to you getting the right information, that is where they say what worry they say in China. Some of us we've listened to you. I think from the one I Mr. meet you about 10 years, and I got to realize myself, say my wife.
10 years.
Yeah, watch it.
Hey.
Because watch it. Some of us we got to know you, and I said we cite our mind, say our Naga yenim she. Emma baby I watch you na fe dia share kotodwe na de adwuma. The information is there, they are there, and I believe say as time Uncle Fobe worry, so they need to teach them because Emma baby why you get there, you know, say hey, okay. It's a different thing altogether.
Okay.
It's they are right information and they are wrong informations too. So let's get the right source and then work with it. Thank you.
All right. So Fancy, my daughter from Atlanta, Georgia. Anita on Facebook says this. And let me read that. It says sometimes you can do something and they will ask you to do it in different way, but the way he suggested, he will still complain. Okay, he was talking about nagging, and this is coming from Fancy D. Tamaklo from Atlanta. He said, hello, Uncle George. My question is, a wife doesn't express herself freely because her husband will always misinterpret something she says, so she will rather keep quiet. Is it right for a wife to hold her tongue in that aspect? A collect give you. They have given you all the number you want. So we are okay. So let's look for Eric. There will be there. Make you think there will be anything. So we are not taking there. Thank you. I will come there, Cancer. Thank you very much. Sorry for the break in transmission. My boss came to me. I have to listen to it. Fancy didn't say against that. But broke men cheat more these days. Fancy, are you sure? Then the women they are cheating with are the women who are their sponsors. I want one like that so that I can start my cheating game. I want a lady who can sponsor me so I can start cheating. Fancy the again comes to say that you are teaching us how to talk in public, but not in private as a wife. Thank you. You are smart. Let me clap for your question. Wow. I'm coming there. So in all that most of you are saying, Alima and the rest, you are right. And like Queen said, Queen Gold, we should teach you. I like the Bible. The Bible says in the book of Titus, and if you read Titus chapter 2, verse 3 to 5, it says, let the older women teach the girl, let the grandmothers teach you old women what marriage is. So marriage is taught, but it is practiced when it starts. I want to repeat myself. Marriage is taught, but it is practiced when it starts. And I keep saying that you cannot practice marriage until you are married. So when you see the way your father and mother are marrying, it gives you a picture, an auntie and a husband. It gives you a picture, somebody and somebody. It gives you a picture, but the picture you see is different from when you get into it. But there are a lot of similarities. There are husbands whose voice are very low, but piercing. When they are talking to you, they don't scream. Alima. Mebacho. Maminsu. Namenum. Why? Now obey. Mempe kapa enu enyayo. What the enchana de kapa ye finsin so many pano. Mina me sense you. Medas. Soft. Gentle. And there's another husband. Alima. Alima mami so come to me. Medas. You have the husband who will not call Alima for water, but will leave and go and fetch the water to come and drink. So when they tell you, learn how to serve your husband, and I think that those who have followed me, I have said this several times, that the biggest mistake that we taught the young girls was, take care of your husband. And I've read many books from very great authors. And that is where I learned that the problem that we are fighting in my office is take care of your husband. Yes, that's the problem. No wife can take care of a husband. Every husband needs to be served. And when it comes to service, you make a lot of mistakes to learn how to serve. That is why mistakes are pardoned. But if you are not teachable, because in marriage, it is a learning curve. So you receive a certificate before you enter into the learning curve. There are speed ramps, there are rambo strips, there are mountains, there are valleys within the marriage industry. I can teach you what can collapse your marriage, but me, George Luchot, I can't teach you what can make your marriage work. Even me, I don't know what is making my marriage work. I don't know. But I know I am a very good husband, but I don't have anybody to compare to. Because I don't know how my mother married my father, and I don't know how my father married my mother. I believe that if I marry my wife the way my father married my mother, my marriage will collapse. Not because my mother and father's marriage collapsed. No, that's not what I'm saying. But the way my father approaches my mother, if that's the way, same way I'm approaching, it will be dangerous. Because I learned one thing. In every home, I observed the wife's name. Hardly did I see husbands calling wives. Every time before a husband will make a request, the wife is there. So most husbands, they have never called their wife before. So I learned to call my wife in the marriage. So I call my wife, and I intentionally learned to call my wife with a title that is suitable for me. And whether she will respond to it or not, it is there with her. Don't be confused. So I refer to my wife as Your Highness. So, for many years, that's what I call her. She has never asked me, where's her kingdom? I'm coming. She's never asked me, where's the palace? But I refer to her as Your Highness. And like I said yesterday or 3 days today, my wife doesn't know why I love her. And I will never tell her why I love her till I become a ghost. And I don't want to hear from her one day telling me why she respects me. Because if she's able to tell me why she respects me, I'll be broken. So like the letter, the email that the wife sent to the husband, that, have you checked your mail? And according to the man, he has read the mail. But he didn't want to react because the content of the mail is insulting to him. The email read, and I want to repeat the email again. And I'm reading the email to you. Dear Kojo, my birthday is coming. And as you do every time, every year, celebrate it for me. I've come to realize that the outcome of your celebration is not what it is, because I pretend to enjoy what you do for me. This year, I want to celebrate it quietly. So don't do anything so I don't appear offensive in the act. Jane. They are not having a fight, but they communicate through email because they are AI marriage. Onye. Send me email. Onye. Queen, ask your question. Yes, Queen.
You were saying something before I will come to the email side. You were saying something. You said.
No, I'll come to question time. So you should be writing your question down. I'm going to end my lecture and I'll open. So if it's just something, I'll give you the access. That's how the class is. I'm doing the class. When I finish, then you ask your questions. Okay.
We should learn from our parents if you want to be. We want to get married.
I say observe.
So we should observe.
Yeah.
What if observe it's not going well? You will not wish it. It's not like they are married is something.
Let me help you. Let me help you. Your question is very nice, but it's wrong. Why did I say that?
Okay.
When you are young, whatever you observe is what you live with.
Yes.
So how will you know what they are doing is wrong? By which standard are you comparing? So I'll give you a practical example. Hacho. We're living on the top floor, and these people were living downstairs. And the wife of this particular young man was so angry and approached the husband, called the husband's attention. Minimo se umpemi sabi ye donin do ho ana eya hantanya. I mean, when will you open a door for me? She didn't stop there. They attended a program at Wisconsin University. And she walked, even though she was not a friend to the family. Pulled the husband there to go and greet. Say, good morning, sir. As for you, Uncle George, I know you. But your wife have not spoken before. I want to say that I stand every morning and every evening. I observe the way you open the door for your wife. And the way you it's so nice. Thank you. We are young couples, but we are learning. As for Konya, I don't know where he will start. But make him your friend so that you teach him. We too, we enjoy it. Madam, you are enjoying. They hear the answer of the wife of George. Madam, thank you for your appreciation. But my husband's car door, the inside, you can't open as it's inside. You didn't get it. Car no inside, don't mean be. This is maybe I want to. Yes. Okay, but ni mene ma je nwe. Room 4 nwe. In your office eba, in your beer. Onye wo hi. Yeah. Ba. In your office eba. So what I'm saying is this. It's not everything that you see. You see, in Medina market, there was this rich woman who brought Vajero first in the market. Then I was assisting an auntie to be selling charcoal. And anytime they come, anytime that they come around, the problem is they do some miracle. And what are the miracles? The driver will come out of the car and will come with a list and will buy onions, everything in the basket. And there was this woman who sit and say, hey, we are some dear hair. Our party will know. Mammy, we better make him near dig na command. The bend da. And then my auntie said, oh, that's a way in your she. Auntie, when I open a benya. Now, Subenya said, one gas of a bab on Tiamba Flower toast. Well, see, and yes, sir. Ah, I was shopping him once, say, there be our dressing come. So Auntie Aquia sells cassava and took the courage to follow the driver with the cassava to the car and told the woman in the car, ma, wait there, Kafro, many sao na sena de bia oba na yesi emefe me stress nyamendum me sa. Then a woman opened the door for Auntie Aquia to see. Her 2 legs are amputated from the knee. So they carry her like a baby into the car and carry her out into the wheelchair, always when they get home. So she's only doing a fashion by sitting in the car, they're driving her. And the story was that they were traveling to Kumasi, an accident happened with a articulator hitting their car. And the way they carried her with no legs, that is how she has survived. 1982. She said no insurance, nothing. Auntie Aquia came back behind the cassava, cried for more than 1 week. She was not crying for the woman. She was crying for herself. Hear me. People will tell you, appreciate what you have. I don't say that. Appreciate what you have, but, or however, maybe that would be the right word, improve on what you have. Appreciation is good, oh, but improve. This morning, you heard me giving you a motivation. My morning's motivation was simple, that look for the ow, A-W-W-W-W, ow, W-W, what is it? Let the situation, I say, look for a gift in your life, because it is your gift that will open a way for you into the heart of kings. It is not your education. It is not your education. It is not your education, but your gift. Why am I here? A biomedical clinical engineer, a reproductive health consultant. I'm sitting here lecturing marriage. I sing. Not now, crusade grounds. There's something in you. So until I came back and learned a new lesson. Share we are seeing well. Hey, so I'm saying that at times our problem with not giving respect or honoring a husband is because of comparison. So before you address your husband, look at him, which means if your husband is seen as a boy before you, you will address him as a boy. And if you are bold enough to marry a boy, clap for yourself. If you are bold enough to be a wife to a boy, clap for yourself. If you are bold enough to marry your fellow woman, clap yourself. Clap for yourself. Because money answereth all things. And the biggest trump card that makes marriage work is money, not prayer. Prayer have never fixed marriage. I use the word never. Prayer has never fixed marriage. Money have fixed a lot of marriages. Money has brought marriages to God. Poverty have taken marriages away from God. God is not compared to devil. God is compared to money. So when a woman finds it difficult to submit, it's because the authority to submit to has no authority. You don't need to be a husband because you have a reserve of cash. You need to be a husband because you can provide current state of your wife and children. So don't fight for what you are looking for in future. The present is more important than the future. And that is what most husbands have lost it. Most husbands are focusing on the future and they have neglected the principal duty at home. Because I am building a 4-bedroom house for my family, because I am making documents for them to travel to Abuchi, because I'm changing their stay and their sickle. So the current state of their family is impacted, is in ruin. The wife is struggling because he's making sure that he will come and carry the wife from Ghana to America. So the wife is looking useless and aimless here. Nothing is working for the husband because this is why your wife cannot submit to you. Because your wife is the man. Money is a male. So if you want to talk or respond, the first thing I want to teach you today is learn to address the person in their full regalia, openly. Don't separate them from their titles. Keep them as a husband forever. Never should you lose the position of your husband and make him your brother, your boy, your father. Your husband is not your father and cannot be your father. Your father handed you over not to a father, but handed you over to a husband. Keep that in your head. When your father was giving your hand, your father never gave your hand to a father. He never gave you to a foster father. He didn't give you to a pastor. He didn't give you to a boss. Your father never gave you to a chief executive. Your father gave you to a husband. But you came to discover that the husband over you is a chief executive, is a pastor, is a fetish priest. He has an honor on him. So honor him through your respect. Finally, Vasti misbehaved openly. Openly. So I'm talking about your open form of respect. They sent somebody to go and call her. She also sent a message. Tell him I am busy. Doing what? Taking care of the job you gave me. I gave you the job. I gave you the job. And I know what you are doing before I send the message to you. What you are doing cannot be too important than my request. The word of a king must be honored, not respected. So husbands, the word of your husband must be honored. So for you who are married now, those of you who are thinking of equality, those of you who think that you have become somebody, hear me. You cannot be a queen and still be married. Queens are not wives to kings. Queens are independent rulers in their independent state. My sister, if you respect himself, I'll respect him. No. In marriage, respect is one way. Love is one way. If you love me, I'll love you. No. If you respect me, I respect you. No. There's nothing like that when it comes to marriage. Let's learn. Let's learn how to talk as a wife or respond as a wife. This is part 2. Question time. Abna is not here to moderate. She dropped off. Busy. I don't know how the order came. Difficult to tell who to come first. But Lima, you've been here with me from the beginning. So let me give you the opportunity. Any question, any contribution. Remember that you are addressing me. Don't address anybody around. But Abna is in, my love. Let's give honor to whom honor is due. Alima, thank you. Any question, any contribution? We are closing. It will be hard, we know that the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. I'm not, let's moderate. Question time, contribution. I'm not now. I'm not now. Yeah, the feedback. Question, contribution. Addressing the authority, even though he's a husband. Okay.
Appointed to save this generation.
I'm listening.
Honestly, what you are giving us here is very, very, very important. And I don't have much to contribute about anything. All that I'm saying is whoever is here is blessed. And I hope we take what you are saying and implement it. Oh yeah, you're good. I'll come in maybe as and when things come up, but all right. That's all for now.
I've addressed most of your questions. Thank you very much. I'm not possible. Then it happened. And before be the she have now will be old. So let's go. Rich wife. Which I've not adopted that. Okay. See, I'm gonna say a point in. Yeah, one. Prince.
Reverend Pachomoha, Reverend. Reverend, God bless you. God bless you so much. God bless you. Because Reverend meant me, I'm joining them. I joined later, but I was able to write certain things down. Because me, I've been following you. Me taste what happened. I just hop on to listen to you. And then get me rim. But as my making and say, what my IBM passion with communication and how we must be ready and willing to learn from our spouse. Because example, what the man would say, Bema Bako ask for a cup of water. Example, now, send your Kasa and my who say, yeah, man, I want him says, son, I don't want to because I know the because I know what the because I know ye be, but I dear Bako remember when he say, you see, the answers that we get from our elderly people when we present our issues to them, Reverend Unkasi Mami will say, they give us answers based on their personal philosophy, that's their personal experience.
That's right.
Now, me transna me who say, oh, Cheyenne, one me who say, these are experiences a bit me up why me a true baby. But a true baby who are reading my woolly pan on our team. On also to me tenacity free, or when you pan out to me being common, quite more first war, with my 20 and no one me who say, you're lucky because a question will be a person or chair say, Ebia, or to say, Reverend, me say, Doctor be me ha apartment to me piano as or percent on one man auntie. Tony me didn't come on as a shuffle. The reason why I mean to me why I say Nipana Meshiano on not a doctor, but on ye and I dream say or best of missing. Nana me answer me from man. But
I just say, Mamma has a command said, because Unjan and Fraction, Undin, Unjan, why?
Thank you, Reverend. It's Unkasi me who says Sani Pano has represented herself as a queen. And queens cannot be married to husbands. It makes us
queens cannot be married to kings. Queens can be married to husbands, but queens cannot be married to kings.
And a queen who is ready to be submissive, Anna, you bet me a worry no.
Thank you very much.
Say those people are self-independent.
Yeah.
If you can make
they live in their state.
Reverend Councillor, look through the page. Let's join it.
It's a divorce before marriage. Because the girl cannot stop being a medical officer. And when two medical officers marry, their marriage doesn't last. When a nurse and a doctor marry, they don't last. So who can a doctor marry? Call me on 0277 609 604. Yeah, go. 0277 0277 609 644. Kwanchan DF. Chanchan DF. Chanchan DF. 0277 609. I'm not now what fear the some of my one shimmy. We do German, I'm confused. I'm not many miss middle. Yeah, pump me 1 year away on Tuesday. Me on Wednesday, as my dad Tuesday. Yanko, who is here again? Queen Gold.
Yes.
Yes. Any question, any contribution, how to talk as a wife?
I want to ask, like, I'm 35, going to 36 years in a marriage.
You've been married for 36 years.
Yes, sir?
You've been married for 36 years.
No, I said 35. No. I said I'm 35.
Some confusion, baby.
No, be alright. 35 years now. You look small and young. Hey, you have a chunk. No, I have to think for the answer.
Man can't say I am 35, going to 36.
Matthew.
In a marriage.
Why were you for how many years?
3 years.
You said you're not saying about Bantam. You're not for fees in the bra. Caught me too.
Yeah.
3 years in their bed. 5 years now. Be shared the year can caught me too.
Oh, you say 3 years there and yet they're crying. That's what
onye me now what did you send a wood our dear man now what are you on me and now you
counselor did you send a rape
where I'm saying yes and I'm here Bisabna
oh by
okay me am a tea and one no he keke but me cashin am here yam say me himself me baby. And so be odi awade wura odi nyinsem wura awade your first 3 years will be work. This was how will be. Muni. Obebre answer na benya asombi nti say akla no first one na di 12. Na odi 12 na bibia nsi a when be gi awade no enye sade awade no be gu. Yeah. But I'm going to say me for Mundi.
Yes.
Yeah, oh my God, you don't know. Well, hi, Kwan, we have Brady and Wow.
Because obviously the first 3 years, 2 years, and easy. 5 years, and now you say okay.
There be 5 years no more can no crack, but what they are calling Remo. Unyas assumbate till 12 years. This is what Jawa, you know.
Hey, I can't stop me because me can swear.
Send your own person, Jadi, and Uber saw when he smoke cigarette with Swasi post marital counseling. Chirona Manito 0277.
Okay. 0277
609
609
644.
644.
Bra.
You must go.
We am the MDSA show. MDSA show. MDSA you must show. It's I say, maybe say, I am be a new send soon a Gina Wale. And I didn't see about one new send by. Nanyin send by and come up any idea. Ye can say, Coyina see where the own genius and the original swallow. A ban send home soon, you're about Wallow Nambo and Wale. Yin send by and Munyan Tokwana, a chilema sayet to say more brana. Who shed your course sooner, Muwi and Beman or Bre another Niaji. Who would I what you want yin say? When I will so show one Beman near show. Hey, my God, Branium Wow 0277 609 604 Aquano Onimode, Nidin the counselor, you taught counselor one, Ona po a fable tang she okwe.
Counselor, never is saying, never, yeah, mammy, mouth brief cake. Never is saying, okay, so why remain a minime? A minime and a mika say me quack. Send I need no me worry and son of my way. My say me worry and son of my own. And no, no patch or the
now, now would the answer our wallet. Yes.
Patch, yeah. Counselor.
Yes. No more Jimmy. Anita, come like a member. So I'm listening to you. Don't worry, go ahead. Sorry for the distraction.
Okay. So me the answer na me want say yeah na me so me person me worry answer na ma wo no pa Chelsea say I dey na mo kwa so the dance yes ya o dey me nje musa me say Debbie or the fan professor ska pipa me Chelsea kaka Claudia anko sumpo na me say ndie me so to be frank as at that time no enye say me so me paper also na me gina so say me worry answer na ma wo inti sabana sadia say no ano no na ye dia ya afem and but it's what it has not been easy make am confirm wo watch and madam you know I worry to say 9 to 10 years also also the same thing no worry in the first 3 years 4 years and it's not easy 5 years obi are the next they say but me just say okay a face ye femunti like when it gets to a time we are going to know each other better and do baby cry near didn't talk about cry yeah funny serious bio and see I don't know made it tell and so I can be a machine because me inter make us in year machine when you say second child in a me person but me juma and quay nancy and I me person juma no age na mini juma na and sana second one no aba or no the oye or share me to be frank or share apalano honestly mean to me in chantro but me funny say sometimes no or the rubber me face see me person me so me de no ejina answer na say akwala bi besa baby ma na ba na uka 12 years you machine me just say but ti ni e fe mu no enya na ebe ye we ebe settle It's the best thing is that me baby fan.
I say, who pay be a failure, who call bon one, now bon one, the one edge bon one, abon in same man. Tell me, higher quine, but they make a choice and say, we bet me to quine, a quine to or the 35 minutes, maybe do, so the 4 hours never call. Then a buyer, the any panel fire and the chile, how fast what could do Kumasi? 4 hours by road, 1.5 hours by motorbike, 35 to 40 minutes by air. Which one will you take? Depending on your cash ability. The flight is there. 22,000, 2,200. The car is there. You will drive a lot. The risk on the flight is higher. Car and cash a pimwa with me survive. Motorbike, dangerous. So each of them have dangers. But your arrival is the most important thing. But the and abedu ho late. Aboafo aye na ba ko na ti ha yi. Ye frɛ bi post-marital counseling. Ohima bra. Na ye mmia wo 12 years ne nya 8 years. Nia ye mpia 12 years nko 15 years. Na wo nsua se ne yetena ho. I say if usua se ne yetena ho abeboa. Wo a wotie me the last time I told you that when I lie down wrongly, I snore. And anytime I lie down wrongly and snoring, my wife will come and reposition me so she can sleep because she can't stand there. Minor snoring of but my wife's snoring comes like so when I go, my wife is snoring. If I touch her, she can't sleep again. She's not like me. I don't sleep at all, so I don't care. So when I go, she's snoring. I don't change her position to stop snoring. I have mastered how to sleep with her sound of snoring. 2 different ways of solving the same problem. But how did I do it? I'm telling you, it worked through counseling. Come, write the number. I'll help you. You two watching me, 0277 609 644. Benjamin, we are closing. Let's go.
I'm here, Benjamin Betomi.
Mattia, Yanko, I see. Yanko.
Yo. Benjamin, overtaking is allowed. But this time, dear Mr. I'm saying, my question, no metro formal, but comments in those city council. Many opportunity there, many basis to be. Recently, a couple of months ago, now, my name is a trend and for any break don't marry a feminist. Don't marry a feminist. Don't do this. Don't do this. And feminists for men don't feel comfortable when a man is vocal and is able to prove their stand and this and that and that. But and then church they train say both a man and I was say you know and sana yeti akoshe our remo which and some I know was on a dear good one it sounded sweet in the ears of men. But minim say and started mass series and also fire no a man also major modia pa. That means obia na sudie ne na sede a esese woye ene ntiase a esese wonya e wo asede a esese woye mu sede be ya enkoye achi ne gie ene entokwa abra ye kai obi say asede ni na ye but emprempi you know sede na ye kan e wo say yesua when e ben ene sisi yesua saade we so being nyame yes sir we are growing up with it. We saw it in our home, but yeah na you when say it wasn't right na yeah drink chere no mum na yeah and I say you nim kra it is all kushia obi. The question is so per se worry na ushia obi na se nipa no nti ase wo sa anya me ya oboso yi e wo form and I say e den mana e yes okoso worry say nipa no and I say nipa here post counseling The better crowd who sex any power say, and Tiasia, ya, ye did fee, ever or barney or yet a hono. Better what who says, send power or onion to name or go against it, and I'm watching me at 2.
So this question you have asked, how to choose a life partner. There's a program I run every year. For 2 years now, I've not done it because I don't have sponsorship. It's called Why Married? Why Still Single? So Abna is not here, but Alima is here. And I think that this evening, I'll give you a lecture. I'll do a 2-hour lecture here this evening. God willing, at 6 p.m. I'll do 6 to 8 on TikTok and on Facebook. Today. So I'll come back again. I want to come and teach how to. Abna note it down and remind me that how to choose a life partner. How? I'll teach you today. So I sing. Get ready for it. I'll come. Okay.
Thank you very much.
I'll come. I can do that. So get ready. But you both should send more. You see that the what do you call it? The gifts are not coming well as cash. Alima, Anima say me gifts ni mo na. Abna I sing the oya there on the day about I sing whether or suro ni suro ne gift but the when I sing about the oya there. One there oya there. One gun me no why. Oh, Alima to oil and gas. Oil and gas Alima to
But you say,
I say the oil no koji gas na. I am moving be mre fie mre man. Why?
yeah, been me the gun nan kasa ma councilor. Na say, see gas no. In fact, diesel ni petrol ni na ka ho na.
What's a gas? And the oil ni your body no. Gas ni is kind of mode. Yeah, George Lutrot.
Okay, so you see, which are 5 years I best treating a fine a coin. I'm dealing with 40-something years marriage, another 35 years marriage. I feel the problem was there from the one. 35 years in Ukraine, he knew the woman didn't love him, but he married her anyway because people said he can't marry, and he wanted to prove say he can marry. And he was married at now 3 years ago. After the marriage, you know, 47-year-old no so no. I'm a big, very big woman. No from heaven to hell. Just always Papa no so much say. Ne worker, ne salon worker. Why born one. And a papa no chase no. And no go sa ware. The man says she
salon worker not is saying or your kitty. Ne ho yan kitty or smallish.
No, as compared to Mammy no. Would the Mammy ni jina hodi ni bibia now the abayani su jina hodi ni bibia. You know, she doesn't match in any sense.
No, Mrs. And salon girl, what was salon girl nida?
No, me who nida.
Miss or smallish. Or you're smallish. On what baby? Me catch now.
Okay. I'm not 47 years.
There was some work can ye omaba. Na sa no party on shatari and no buy. And I didn't so many namin pon I mean it asobio yampon. Alima mate why there be a
what I'm saying is I didn't know it doesn't matter the number of years. Yes, something new can have a certain rearrangement for it to align. But I don't think it depends on how long it will take. Na Rebecca say it will 5 years and
so Alima, the reason why we have years of endurement, year of enjoyment, year of marriage stops. There are years in marriage that our den big jina. Enko nim chire na so mutim e jina e kan wade package no.
Okay.
E big jina. Wona wo wale jina, wo wale jai. Me do wade be case study anyimre we. Time our den jina here, it stopped. The marriage stopped, but you were there.
Oh yeah, I know.
And when the marriage stopped, and it started, you felt like, wow. So you thought it had started. anche na egu ye beto aso wan na nkasa Benjamin kasa ne mpo ya po
kasa ya da wasu nyami shirawo
mesme da masu se mo ba
yen nyina unse ya tan open yen nim so ya bronsan bia ya de wa ba Ghana na so leka won no ya be hu se wona wama awari agina wo man mu na bibre ndim bat sombe kumba ba auto be kana yede
la ba se ma
Because
asem bia nyasem until any power de ba kom odi asem ba komano na ma asem ne yasem
na me throw awon ba asem ne
if asem oni power mo de asem ne komano see e de be ma obi no be kan no kure na kire wo
medi ne chia me bodi
de akoma obi no adaada wo na ade na gu eti ye kan ne say kosoa ne tu yamfo yankopon hira ye de yegusu di wati ye ta wati denden ye nya hu no kure ne de no kure na chi ne ebedi ya men kan ho
mo amo time nyina no me twabo ma mo se mo ntua bia betua $3,500 start tua sisi a
ye betua pa esan se nya so mfa so
se atabibi me da mo nyina ase wo time bia na me fa abon nchew on se san usuban mesua say what you don't have revelation about don't fight it one day you know it Maras Moro so many years in for time plane crash na ku on na yire nya no a wo bebre o ba ko pe ne ba ne nam ho ba de bia metie ne video no e me yase papa ne ntia se bio mo anya me nkumi no ye yi me nyanwuye odomi otami but obi obetami bia akire so 18 months obenu hu sa otami ewi asimu nso unya wa chedi anopa e ma wani mutu ese beans na etu okomode won so a no wani ma ye hu wa wukunu so oja awade frem na membo a no nja awade wa wo yire episode oja awade frem na membo a no nchira okwan ye fa so oja awade ba ni nyina nkan fambo a marriage is sweet. May you enjoy your marriage, don't endure it. If you have not yet entered this evening, don't miss it. How to marry, how to choose a life partner. 2 hours spend a man. Manya dia na sa abuna na se mama menya. Ba me ye dia abuna ni alima. Omo ka ho bi. Esa abuna ni alima mo be kom ho abom. Mo be to data 1200. Enti abuna mo ngoji scan mbra ni yango. Me da ma say. This was probably brought to you by Makpe Ginger Honey Chips. Makpe Ginger Honey Chips. 862-215-2007. 0277-609-644. Upeson Casa Direct. Empire Bo Counseling. Bobadina Friend. 0277-609-644. Oh baby, I will boonsa. Ubu unsa. Pain be wahon. Kai said the between their two pain. Nasi. Maybe be just MSP 30. MSP 30 a medru. A drew a man na a here. Sana be omubu on sa. O met me nyatin kapa. Mr. Wo, or baby a wound sa. Ma who 72 hours. And sana homa bemendu. The who kind and who pampine. Ebe pamano. O Atlanta, or Georgia, or America, Upibia. Framing 0277. My man who's here. 609-644. MSP 30. Uwa umame a all through menopause. Ne ho hyehye no, ne ho dodo no, de bia wa ye restless. Manenum MSP. Menstruation mba. How many years ni? Baji MSP. Unum na mba me sika be ma. Fra me sesi a 0277-609-644. Sanso na sa obeka me nko ade a. No kra e ba akopɛ. Na girl bia me feeling the pa na nsen wa ko hye week. Wo twa ni ti. TikTok for Mufan sembo ke shenshia ne ni din de den na ya brofo o she week man ko feeling o yetia on pen mema of the boys ba kone me I'm live here on TikTok and you have come and I'll pick you to let them know that I will call you back. Peace and ye. Peace and ye. They are not tebrofu rough. Nana ya tebrofu. Or you're very romantic. Or beside question, you know in the near to change. Nipa bonnet to say again. Omo kan krofo le mama say Ghana no ho ka hu bi pa mo nto aba mama o kina no pa na na ya befro na na ya se o chia mo nyina mo nje no so
You need to, if I whatever he says to sometimes, I know that most of the time comes to pass, not perfect, but he always has something to say when it comes to celebrating now. I'm worried. I remember he spoke about the line medical.
One and I
whatever it is that he says, yeah, he never feel. I want the prophet to
Sawa. Me pe prophetess bi awale.
You like, oh, I get a guy to me. I'm wondering. Is that what it is? Or it's just that you see it from afar?
Now, say why interview me, sir? My topic out the buy and have we treated any topic and finished before from adult to today? Because maybe I was synopsis in number, but the confirm baby now for the Jews some now so a tower host no so na na ya to no so say akwe masem no okay. A very day. Ba pupe. Me da se na na ya me shira me fro back se sia me pon se sia na fro. My 5 hours say me to crash it me sure hu nyina ya shit. Etie for where Tonga Tali capsules. Tonga Tali capsules. You want crofo mo frame me met my far because me know what is a bit is na ya. Yen cancer boni bia na ya bre for that short beautiful woman. I love her so much. Very very supportive to the brand council Luto. Where Mia Medu Numbi Nefili. I say Toby wa Mr. And when he did the same Tonga Tali capsules. And you bedu and Bemadia order for some. See, I'll ban Temwa and Kwabaju and Suma bread. Alima, thank you so much for the support. Amna, thank you for the support. Munina me damase. Me da se pa honorable ya from my love. Me da se sell by one ambassador ne. What's that ejuma? The ejuma ni amonding. Nyame aduma me say and let 2 hours 6 p.m. Semamba mumbisa. Emofa test in count. Test. Ena amasiki. Omo phone mumse mamba pe. I see so count. Nice, so man first can number. I'm 1,002 number 1 to data. Into the man bad. Bye bye. Jamin Shidao. Alima, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. TikTok, Tete, thank you for coming. Triana, you didn't come early. Join us and make sure you join us on TikTok as well. Thank you, came late. We are closing. Thank you for passing through. And God bless you. You don't call me. Pick a call and call me when you want me, and I'll show you where power lies. You, this boy, you and Francis. Tell him I said so. Good night.
Is bad breath distancing you from your friends? Worry no more, because NBF Gingival Gel will put a smile on your face again. It is good for bad breath, tooth decay, and gum issues. NBF Gingival Gel has antioxidant properties of vitamin C and E and soothing properties of propolis. It can also be used as a toothpaste. You can also mix it with water and gargle with it. Always remember that anytime we talk about bad breath, NBF Gingival Gel will be there to do the magic. For bulk purchase, contact Light Pharma and leading pharmaceuticals or call us on 0200-799-325 or 0267-569-764. NBF Gingival Gel, your new best friend for your mouth. This advertisement has been approved by the FDA. Is bad breath distancing you from your friends? Worry no more, because NBF Gingival Gel will put a smile on your face again. It is good for bad breath, tooth decay, and gum issues. NBF Gingival Gel has antioxidant properties of vitamin C and E and soothing properties of propolis. It can also be used as a toothpaste. You can also mix it with water and gargle with it. Always remember that anytime we talk about bad breath, NBF Gingival Gel will be there to do the magic. For bulk purchase, contact Light Pharma and leading pharmaceuticals or call us on 0200-799-325 or 0267-569-764.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.